Welcome back to Simplify Your Small Business. David Wolf here, as always, with Melanie Rembrandt, small business PR expert. How are you?
Good morning, David. I'm great. How are you doing today?
Doing well and great to be with you. Thanks for joining us on Simplify. We're here to help you simplify your small business, as the podcast title suggests. Today, we're going to talk about what is the key to getting things done. So another installment around productivity, right, Melanie?
Yes. And I don't know about you, but when September starts, that's when the workload significantly increases until the end of the year. And I've talked to a lot of small business owners, and this is it. This is the time of year. So
Absolutely.
I thought this might be a good topic to discuss right now.
No, it's totally timely. And like you, I share. I mean, look, I'm a happy entrepreneur right now. There's a lot more workflow. A lot more demand for the production side of my business. And so I'm happy, as we were talking offline about all that. So it's good stuff. Now, whether it's content strategy, public relations, marketing, or your laundry, it's time. You can tell I'm reading this for the first time. It's time to stop being overwhelmed. All right, I'll toss it to you, Melanie.
Yes. There's three things you can do. 3 simple ways to get things done and reduce stress. The first thing is to stop. Instead of running around and going from one activity to the next, just stop for a moment, take a breath, and focus.
I call this the pause for the cause. Go ahead.
Yes, exactly. I mean, you just ask yourself what needs to be accomplished right away, what needs to be finished by tomorrow, week's end, or month end, what have you. I mean, if you just take a moment to really look at your true priorities, you'll know which deadlines are looming, and you can kind of relax and get a little bit more organized.
That's right, Melanie. You know, this is I love this subject about stress because, you know, as a guy that meditates daily, I do TM, and I'm really plugged into what stress does to people around me and certainly myself. So in all ways, to reducing stress is so major, and so much of the population on the planet is not conscious of the level of stress they are carrying, whether we're talking about your laundry or your business, as you say. So stopping and really parsing it out, you know, because we tend to think, just like we shop emotionally, we tend to respond to stress. It's fight or flight. It's emotional. And you get this big lump of stress and this lump of things to do, your to-do list, in a big ball that's like congealed together. But actually, they're very, as you suggest, you can parse it out and start to organize it into, okay, well, this one's due now and this one's more prioritized, in a word, right?
Exactly. And, you know, that kind of goes right into the next simple way is to plan.
Right.
And it doesn't have to be this enormous document and everything planned out. Just once you've stopped and thought about your priorities, you can either just think in your mind, okay, this is what I need to do next. This is what I need to do next after that, and just scribble it down, or you can write it down on in your computer, on your phone, something that works for you. Just so you can meet your deadlines and kind of stay a little bit organized.
Well, I like the bullet point idea, and it helps you. Like, I work on paper, I think on paper. So, you know, use a whiteboard, as you say, it doesn't matter where you put it, but get it out of your internal, so you don't have voices racing in your head trying to, got to do this, got to do that, got to do this, got to do that. Get it outside and external to you so you can look at it objectively and create a list that flows in a way that makes sense. And that will reduce stress. It's kind of like journaling. It gets your repressed stress out on paper so that you can function.
Oh, I like that. Yes.
Right. And number 3 is get help, right? If you can't do this alone.
Entrepreneurs like to do everything themselves. They figure that by the time they hire somebody and train them, they could have done it themselves.
Right.
Well, it's important to get help when you need it. If you look at all the priorities and things you have to do and you just get this gut feeling of being overwhelmed, try to find people who can help you. You can get, just an intern or a virtual assistant to do some of these administrative tasks that you don't really need to do, especially when it comes to like preparing accounting paperwork and that, outsource that. Really think about what you can give to other people to help you out. It's really going to take away a lot of stress, and then you can focus on the things that you really want to do and need to do.
Yeah, some great insights there. This is really personal stuff too, because we all handle workloads and stress differently, but a lot of the points and these insights that you're raising are pretty common across humanity. It's hard to stay sane. You want to take back your sanity. Particularly, look, we've got the holidays coming up. People tend to get more stressed out during the holidays. I'm not exactly sure why. You'd think we'd be feeling more joy, but for some reason it creates stress. And so I know you've talked about and written about really stopping and taking some focus and paying attention to what you really need to do.
Exactly. And sometimes it's just a note on your desk that says stop and take a moment, pull
good.
yourself together. I mean, I think most entrepreneurs can relate to that. So, yeah, so this is just a quick review of, ways to keep your sanity, especially with the holidays coming up, and kind of enjoy what you do again.
Well, that's just, I've got it. There's two ways to live your life. I mean, this is sort of polarized, but I'll just say it. One way is to do things you love to do, and the other one is to decide to love everything you do. And, you mentioned the laundry earlier. I like washing dishes. I like doing the floors.
Oh, do you want to do mine?
Sure. It's because I decide that I like the warm water flowing over my hands. I decide that while I'm doing the floor, I'm going to listen to this audiobook that I'm digging or listen to some jazz or whatever it is. I mean, figure out how to make your moment right now. Look, if you're in a business and it's brutal and you're just not digging it, that's a good time to put the stop sign up and say, what's going on with me here? And, this is kind of outside the simplify, but really when we say simplify your business, we're also talking about simplify your ability to be on the planet, to be a human, to live your life.
Exactly. And life goes by fast. I mean, you hear that a lot, but it's important to stop and think about it once in a while.
Absolutely. So we're going to stop and think about it. This has been a great installment. I love the humanity around this conversation. You can reach Melanie at RembrandtWrites.com. I'm at podcastandradio.com. We're glad you're with us. There's more to come on Simplify Your Small Business. Thanks so much, Melanie.
Thanks, David. Make it a great day, everyone.